Monday.
That killed me on Saturday. when you did it, there wasn't any audio, and then when you knew there was audio, there was the confirmation. You just went, ah! Like,
I have been liking the opener. Dan normally gets all the glory for the opener himself. So.
Dan has a good opening catchphrase. What can we say?
Started a somewhat good thing.
He was the provincial. It was the provincial people's eyebrow. Now everybody's doing it.
But yep, it is Monday. Time for Behind the Counter. Dan is not with us this week.
Yet again.
Yet again. To say this is a jamming up stream. So we got one coming for Steve.
I was gonna say, do we want to take out the court gavel now?
There, yeah.
All right. So okay. Dan's not here, so jamming up for that. Motion passes. Dan has been jammed up. Next on our ticket is. Now, I'm absent from Danny NASCAR because you play on Xbox because you're afraid of the skills from PlayStation. That's what that is. That's right. Doing some Dave smack talk that usually gets misconstrued as Dave being a shithead, but I'm wicked bad at NASCAR and you know it, but I'll be real mouthy about it. But you're afraid of PlayStation. But yesterday, I'm watching Danny NASCAR. I hear Dan. I hear all the regulars. I hear Mike. Ticket 1A, one Dr. Wiley, not coming for Danny NASCAR.
I had a reason. I am an idiot.
Whoa, okay.
The court will hear this defense. It's a common one that we've heard before.
You see, everyone of the jury, drink your water, or else you'll get a migraine. I didn't drink much water yesterday, and I got a migraine last night.
Opting for dryness. Can't really say much sympathy then.
Yeah, but
choosing dryness over the wetness of Danny NASCAR twice a week, by the way.
Yeah.
Mondays and Sundays now, back to back, if you would.
So what brings it up is we were in Danny NASCAR last night. I was asking where the doctor is, and he's like, actually, the doctor cannot join us tonight because he is under the weather.
Yep.
Which brought us to the discussion of what exactly does under the weather mean? And Dan had a nice Dan theory. He was like, I think under the weather means like bad weather, like sad and gloomy. So maybe he's sad and gloomy because it's cloudy out, or with normally the rain coming.
Theorizing.
So under the weather to you is Migraine Nation.
Yeah, migraine and more.
And more.
I mean, to be fair, at my old job, I had mono and I still made it to work, which, in hindsight, wasn't a good idea.
That's not good.
I was training for new position, so that's still wasn't a good idea.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Just imagine. Me, Mike, and Dan work at the store here, as has Tyler, as has Germ Dog, Dusimo. Long may he live. But do you know what our store's sick policy is?
No, I don't.
It's don't. It's in big letters. It's underlined, and then there's just a picture of Mike going underneath it. But just don't do it.
Your illness at best to be extremely contagious.
There was definitely one
crippling.
week. There was definitely 1 week in our old location where I was, long story short, worked the shift, then went to close the gate, went behind the counter, laid on the ground, fell asleep, woke up, did the finished the total out, had a text message with Dad, total? And then drove home and went to bed, and then did not go to my other job the next day.
We've all had some of them. Mostly, I mean, blessed with good health throughout it. So, knock on wood.
Track season's coming. The idiots will be joining Saratoga, and that's when all the people are going to be bringing rubella and mumps mumps
The mumps.
and goiters.
Can't wait.
You want the mumps, Steve?
Just because you want the beard to Steve, just because you want the beard to look bigger quickly does not mean.
Yeah. I just wanted to go like down to here.
That's all Steve wants a goiter for, is for that 1 week where like the beard comes out to here. The only problem is we'll be flicking stuff at it, like wearing hazmat suits, throwing it and like flicking it, like, oh!
I feel like you'd be the guy to have the bird's nest in the beard and be fully in one with nature with it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but I just picture like a small like Joey Logano peeking out of his beard and like, do you mind keeping it down? I'm training for the next race. And then just the hair parts and all of us just kind of like, fair.
Chewing up beef jerky and feeding it to him with your tongue.
Like a
Here's your
little
Mountain
baby
Dew.
bird.
Or it would be G Fuel, wouldn't it?
Either G Fuel or Coca-Cola, because he is part of the Coca-Cola racing family.
It's good, man.
But notice you don't got a beverage here with you today.
I have a cup of coffee in the car.
Go no.
Coward. Bringing hot liquid so we look bad by me.
Speaking of idiots with the health and stuff, though, lately I had my first, I say New York State mandate, I think, is you don't have to wear masks indoor if you're vaccinated. Businesses can still enforce the rules if they want you a mask to have inside of their place. But
Yeah, they can request that you have a mask on, but it is not fully mandated by the state anymore as long as you are vaccinated. Complaining vaccination people.
So I had my first guy come in crying about it. He had no mask on, and he's just looking at me, and he's just kind of smiling, trying to gauge my reaction. And it was late in the night, so I didn't even really care. I was just like, hey, what's up? And he's looking around. I was out, can I help you find anything? No, he's looking. And then he comes back to the counter like a little bit later, still smiling, and he's like, I just got kicked out of American Eagle because I wasn't wearing a mask. And he's just like, psh, psh. I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate, but he's like, any chance of like any small sale that I was going to make impulse buy gone, not supporting your hourly wage. It's like, you just sit over there and you stand by your hand sanitizer. But I was like, I just was not going to argue with the guy because he was being a troublemaker. He's like, I am the first of many of guys that are going to be coming through without a mask. He's like, and it's gonna
No,
be
you're not.
Yeah.
The day the mask mandate was lifted, there were people in the mall not wearing masks. Sorry, pal, you're late to the party.
Everybody's been pretty much still wearing masks. So. And people, I mean, if you're vaccinated and you feel comfortable, do it. Just respect other people's wishes as well still.
Exactly.
Which I think is fair.
To quote my old manager at Five Guys, okay, buddy.
Yeah, that
That's
guy was just begging me to argue with him. He's just like, can you come up from behind the counter and walk with me to the switch section and explain to me what the switch is? Maybe he was genuine. He was somewhat nice, but he was just trying to bait me the whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, these mask things are a bunch of bullshit, right, buddy? He's like, that fucking Cuomo. I was just like, I don't really care about it, but just a random guy talking to a random sales floor worker about this.
You're a captive audience, literally and figuratively. He has you pinned behind that counter. That dude's going to say what he wants because he has no... I'm sorry you have no one to talk to at home. I'm sorry you don't have any friends.
Ooh, that's what I was wondering. I was like, he didn't have any bags in his hands, so he wasn't in the mall buying anything.
No, he's just there to complain and like trap people that have to be polite generally to say stuff to. To give a similar build off of, I had a dude that I kind of immediately gave him the business because I am sick to death of, could you give me a hypothetical? If I have a mint condition inbox, original wrapping, Nintendo DS, with 45 games, and also an Atari, and a ColecoVision, and 46 other games for those. Also, mint condition, limited edition, autographed, Nintendo World Tour, cartridge. How much would you give me for that? Well, we don't give direct quotes over the phone. Oh, no, that's fine. What's the range? Well, everybody gets really stuck on the bottom. So I'm sick of giving people the range because they always get stuck on the bottom number. And they don't think about like the idea that there are people that walk in with just the system, no cables, no controllers, nothing else, and then and it's like covered in like and we have to clean that. And it's like there's 2 hours of my shift that we have to do. Like I'm not giving you. Well, I saw it off.
They just want to lock you into something to where you say something, and then they'd be like, "Well, you're breaking your word now." Or,
so I feel a little bit bad because this dude came in and he was like, I'd like to buy. So how much would you give me for a Wii U? And I'm already triggered enough about that. Already triggered enough about the Wii U. And the guy was like, I was like, how much would you give for a Wii U? And I was like, well, sir, we're not really in the business of giving people numbers because I'm never sure what's going to walk over the counter. And then that's me getting screamed at or one of my coworkers getting screamed at because of something I said. And the guy immediately like got flushed. And I was like, oh, God, not one of those people. Yeah. So I immediately, I took a breath. I stepped down. I was like, hey, man, I apologize. And he goes, no, I totally get it. He's like, I totally understand. Because literally as we're talking, another person walks by. They're like, oh, I have a Sega Genesis. How much is that worth? And he kind of went, yep. That same guy came the same day and brought in the Wii U, two PS4 controllers, perfect condition, a Wii U game, the Wii U will rise again, and
oh yeah, brother,
rise again.
It will rise again, brothers. It's our heritage, the Wii U.
I got one.
Mix it.
Mix it. Part of the Wii U.
Oh, yeah, brother. You out there in chat, you know about the Wii U.
A motion to make the official Overwatch Insane Games TV team the Wilton Wii U's.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All abstaining.
Does that mean not?
Neither.
Not participate.
Unfortunately, motion on a vote of 1 to 1 does not pass. We'll bring it up when Dan's back.
Okay, I will make a note right now.
Or ask the bishop.
Tom has been very wanting to play Overwatch since we played on the stream the other day. He contacted me yesterday to play, but there was some deep betrayal with pickleball playing, so I ignored him. And then Dan was also upset that he wasn't invited to Overwatch, but we told him he is stinky and toxic, and we do not play Overwatch with we can handle one, but not the combo of both. You want to be stinky, that's fine. If you have a nice attitude and are willing to learn. And if you want to be toxic, that's fine as well, but you better be able to back up the toxic. But the combo of both, can't do it.
Thorntman, the Wii U shall rise again. Hell yeah, brother. You know it's our heritage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that a Wii U? Oh, yeah.
I might have to bring mine in just as a set piece to have when we get going about it. Just be like, ooh.
My wife remembers that we bought that we split the cost of that Wii U to play Breath of the Wild. And then every time, David, can I play? No. It's still my turn. Oh, okay, Dave. Dave, how far are you in the campaign yet? I haven't beaten Ganon. I can't stop. Did all the side quests first, then beat Ganon. But
it's an awesome game, so I could see you getting sucked into it once you begin.
Speaking of which, thank you for letting me play Overwatch on the Dream Team. Of course,
get you in there,
I joined for one game, and immediately one of our regulars, but he's a young kid, comes right in, starts asking questions, and I'm like, he is going to ask something tricky that I'm going to have to think about. So I'm like, I'll play Azari. I'll just bubble. It'll be fine. And then just got like throttled. Hey, what do you think about this? Like,
It is always tricky to try to play out on the floor. That's just the luck of the store, though. And they say it'll be dead for like 4 hours. The second you pick up a controller, people...
That's actually on the days where it was super dead in the store. Start a comp game in Overwatch. Immediately $500 in sales.
Or I got a bunch of stuff to trade in.
That's my favorite. Yeah. When you're 3/4 through any game you're playing or things like that. That's right. We get to play video games in our downtime at work. Get on our level. Put in an application. But, yeah, just thank you for letting me play. That was amazing to get to stink up you, Tom, and Butts gameplay.
I'm playing again this Wednesday. God. I don't see, we haven't had anything hot strike the dream team for a while, so we're going over greatest hits right now, kind of, and Overwatch has been a little satisfying lately. I was watching you out there, I was like, that's how it all starts, so you get the slippery slope.
Overwatch, the proverbial Pringle of video games. Well, I'll play just one more game. You know what? My comp score is not that good.
It starts with one game, and then it's grinding every night for hours.
God.
That was how it was in the height of when I was playing it. And for at least a year, I was playing every night for at least like an hour or two, sometimes longer. To finally pull out of it, I was like, that's too much. But
Look, so once Destiny 2 came on the scene, it kind of you have to got a backseat. What's the hardest switch from really into one game and just all of a sudden you're pounding on the brakes, you're pulling the e-brake, the car whips around, and you're into something else? What was the original game, and what was the one that came into it?
Let me think. Fortnite hit the brakes pretty hard for Apex when that came out. When Resident Evil 8 came out, I hit the brakes on all the little side games I was playing. And I've been just only playing that game other than when I'm doing Retro Wednesday with a couple of mix-ups. But what about you guys? Any games you just dead stopped playing for a new one when it came out?
NASCAR Heat 5 for the PlayStation 4. Just I was trying to do the career mode and then just stopped.
Once you got a taste of the sweet online.
And then I just I go back in, load up the game, I'll hit a couple races, try to get all the trophies, go right into career mode, doing something else.
Yeah. Sometimes it is tough. I say Cyberpunk, I keep going back to it at least once or twice a month because I will finish that game, but that's one that it's been on my deep back burner every time something comes out. I'm like, well, this game takes hours and hours to play, or I could play something that only takes a short amount of time to beat. So
Chat's got Thorntman says Fall Guys, then literally into anything else. That game's still, I threw that on a couple Sundays ago when I was streaming. That game's still fun. Not gonna lie.
I had a lot of fun playing that when it took it by storm.
The one that hit me, and it was like we got whiplash, we transferred so hard, was Halo 3 into Left 4 Dead. Like we were having big team games and everybody was on, and just suddenly just 4-person teams, and if you didn't get on the team with the good people, you were in the team with the grindy people. Like
and say the team numbers, but you know where your skill set is truly at.
I really enjoy how Warzone tossed that on its head, because I am not good at Warzone. I'm a good teammate in Warzone. You want me in a final circle.
I've watched you play. You're pretty good.
But because I amuse and I befuddle people online, especially in Warzone, you got those sweaties that are like, what is that guy running? Like that, shooting at me with a pistol. And then that's when the people that are actually paying attention are like, he's down.
Say the heavy support guy, right? I've seen you laying down the heavy fire sometimes.
Love doing it. Love to be the one just to go, ah!
And then you got the snipe squads on there for you. It's a good strategy.
Sniping is still for weenies. Enjoy your Weenie Hut Junior.
Yes, I got a sniper rifle anyway, and just oh yeah.
It's not a sniper rifle if you shoot it at 3 feet, no scope.
360 no scope.
Not sniping if you're a terrible sniper. It's just being bad.
It's just shooting.
You're just using a gun with a scope.
Yep.
Missing with a scope.
No, it's not even using the scope. It looks cool. I'll just look around the scope, aim down the sights.
That is like a mechanic in games that they don't really do. That it's kind of annoying. When you have the scope and they have a gun where you can use both, they never let you really switch between the two of them.
Warzone just added that functionality where you can have like a zoom scope and a red dot.
Oh, that's nice.
The problem is your character has to like in real life, like move the gun over and hold it at an angle, and then you're firing totally differently. And it's like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of when they make it turn like that, just because they make it slower and stuff. But it is a cool concept.
You're John Wick in it. Oh, we have to do laser tag.
Oh man.
And just assign everybody how they have to behave. So like, Mike gets John McClane. He has to tape his gun to his back and just appear around corners of people. Dan's being John Wick. He always has to have the gun at an angle, like roll around corners.
I would love to play laser tag. It has been so many years.
There is a really good place that is also pretty like big and open, even though it's laser tags, so the lights are off and everything. I will say we will definitely get Joe and Amy there as well if we go. Like,
I would be super sweaty, like
yeah,
trying to strafe in person.
so good.
Just covering the little lights on. Cheating.
Just as you're walking in, hey, Dave, did you remember that duct tape I asked for? Yeah, Mike, why? We are not going to lose today.
This guy's cheating.
I shot you, Mike. No, you didn't.
No.
Nope. Oh my God, Steve, what happened to your eye? Fucking Mike jump kicked me.
Bringing a melee to
Yeah.
I will have to borrow your lightsaber, Dave.
Oh God, Mark would be in for laser tag. Hell yeah. All right, so we already have
Yeah, we're writing it down.
Steve, Dan's in, Mike,
Throw Brandon on there.
Dave, Brandon,
Tom?
Mark.
Maybe.
You could speak
Question
more
mark.
for Tom. All right, so I'll put a question mark. We'll put.
I'd rather be dead also.
We'll say OC5 just because Mark will be like, you're gonna be my human chief. I don't know, Mark. I picture you as being a very good leader, but then the guy that immediately, once the firing starts, stand in front of me. You will die for me so that I may live.
So I think the last time I played was at Skateland when they had it. But
God.
that one was a simple, but it was super fun to be thrown into there as a young child.
I also bet if we just offer a van service, the Anti-Ans crew would go. And we would then just have our own
Take
our
over
own
the whole
group
spot,
instead
yeah.
of having like rando strangers. Mark once again
Sniper.
showing the skills, being a sniper. No respect for snipers though, for my games.
I wouldn't mind one or two randos just in the mix, just as like an audience to our shenanigans.
Yeah.
We'll use them as meat shields, one for each team.
I'm rolling with the rando. I just shoulder check Dan in the wall.
Why is everyone so mean to Dan? That started off as like kind of a meme because everybody was being mean to it, but like I genuinely cannot explain to everybody why like that impulse. Like Dan will literally. It's just that imagery of like Dan will just be sitting there with ice cream and like one of everyone will walk past like hold ice cream much immediately. I'm sorry, Dan, that this guy.
It's because you can take it on the chin and he's still pretty upbeat about it. You can make some hard choices and you can take the flack that comes with it sometimes. But he would be getting shoulder checked in the
Oh man, Mark, we have a guy that's literally chomping at the bit to get us at paintball.
I guess it's all this. Maybe we should go in like a timeline of the seriousness of it. We'll do laser tag, then we'll do airsoft, then we'll do paintball.
Can't forget
And
Nerf.
then we'll do real war.
And then real war. We're gonna find another small business in the area, and we're gonna
Have a little gang war. Once again, back to Dan. He will be our marauder, our Achilles, the one man fights for the art.
Would war crimes be okay if we anything that goes against the Geneva Convention? Can we do?
Now the Geneva Convention is kind of for, now I'm out of my depth with this as usual, but it's kind of for nations where we are a business, a factory of wetness, a conveyor belt of nerdy shit. We are not, however, a nation state, and so I think that we should just be able to have our own flamethrower.
I did hear Dave refer to farting in someone's face as chemical warfare before.
It is. It is. Oh, it absolutely is, and everyone,
Yeah.
everybody knows that's chemical warfare. My students do it to me all the damn time. Like,
Dare you?
John did it to me this weekend. Bastard. We're playing a really deep. Pardon me as I
A really intense game of Magic the Gathering, and him knowing full well that I'm not leaving the table. He let loose. He let loose. We had McDonald's and we'd been fishing for 6 hours. It was rank.
I only have one question, Dave. Was your mouth open when you
Now I want you to think about Dave as a behavior. Was I sitting at the table talking a lot? Yes. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Certainly was sitting there.
Good old chemical warfare. I mean, the whole farting jokes have taken a turn for a change lately in Insane Games. Everyone was very private about the farts for a while, and then Tom came around and he was just cranking them out lately. So
Cannot tell you what's going on with the Weekend Wednesday, but I have had burping fits. It fit for Bro Dave. Then the next week I was like, well, here we are.
sometimes, when I'm gaming and I have to burp, I'm somewhat weird. Like, is that normal on stream when you have to burp a lot? Sometimes, I mean, I put the headset on and it makes me burp. I don't know.
It's kind of where you establish your character. You know, if you belch and just go like you're letting people know. You know, you're a socks on kind of guy.
I'll cover your. Excuse me.
I'm so sorry. That was so disrespectful. The stream's over. I'm so sorry. Bodily fluid functions are not funny. Excuse me.
Games. Big fan of fart jokes. Don't come in here and fart though. 'Cause that's chemical warfare.
That's the difference. Insane Games TV, big fan of fart jokes. Insane Games, we don't want your methane. No, thank you. We have all the gas of our own.
We got
Yeah.
plenty of chemical warfare going on.
Not to tangent. Speaking of gases, I made an executive decision yesterday, Mike, and this will have repercussions depending on your reaction. But we sold that Xbox One in the case, and I looked at the other one, and I could see the dirt inside underneath the fan. So Cam got in, took a 20, went to Best Buy, bought some canned air,
Yeah.
came back, put the receipt in, proper procedures, put all the change back, the usual Megillah, but that was the first Dave-initiated store trip.
I'd say it was necessary. Sometimes Dan just doesn't have the time to go get it. But
Especially May. Does not have time.
I jam him up saying he's doing it on purpose, but he's
What do I know about buying that keyboard? Keyboard cleaner?
Did you get ID'd for it?
No.
They normally ID you for that.
So I went to Home Depot first. They didn't have any. And I was like, that's kind of bunk. Like, you sell 700-gallon air compressors. You don't have canned air. Like, then I thought about it. I was like, if I buy it, just Dan comes into his office, and there it is in his chair. Like, spinning his chair around.
They just see a mad scientist there for the guy.
It's alive! But then they were like, the guy was like, yeah, you can go over to Best Buy and get some. They have it there. And the guy behind the counter has come to a couple of our tournaments and things. So he was like, hey man, how's the store? I was like, really good. Need canned air though. Please tell me to God you have it, and they did.
Good. So Dave makes an executive decision for canned air. It's a hot topic for the canned air around here, but.
So we'll find out the forthcoming. If the powers that be, the people higher on the pyramid than me, turn around and go, "Did I do that?"
Return it. Put the hose back in.
Put the air and the dirt back in the system.
I want you to take this tape and tie the straw back on and return it.
I did figure out that I could. All I'd have to do is shrink wrap it just correctly and hit it with the high heat, then the low heat, then the high heat again, really caramelize it.
Caramelize it. But, no. Thank you for getting the canned air. As I took the Xbox in myself, and I tried my damnedest to clean it with just the toothbrush, but
the outside was pristine.
Yeah.
The problem was you could see the layer of fur when the light caught it just right, and I was like, oh.
That's also why I didn't stick it right in the case. I was like, oh, let this one to the side while we sell these other ones. So I can give it a once over, but it was called into duty. Our squad sold that other one.
Our not to step on another story for today, but our constituent was horrified when I was like, I need to go can air, and he was like, why? And I just went, and it just, and he literally just then went. I was like, welcome to the business, pal.
Good old Cam. Say it is funny to get a fresh perspective on some stuff. There was a guy looking at all of our Game Boy games on the counter, all of our discount ones or whatever, and he's just like, do you have something I can test this on? He seemed like a pretty normal dude. And I was just like, yeah, I have my own personal one. I was like, I'll let you test it real quick. He takes it. He takes the game. He's just like... just slaps it into the Game Boy as hard as he can.
Of course.
Puts his lips on my Game Boy. Blows his saliva droplets into mine.
Just handing your Game Boy COVID.
I had to take it in the back, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry I let them do this to you.
It was just the cam. I was like, well, that's the last time I put my own stuff across the counter to a customer unexpectedly like that. I'll be like, you hand me the game you want to see, and I'll hold it for you.
I'll hold the system. Or we should get one of those, the part that comes off the displays that the people hold, and that usually attaches to like a wall or something, and just put like a grip on the other end that we hold, where we're holding it, and then and you just be like, all right, that's enough.
Like a selfie stick kind of, but with the system on it.
Yes.
I could just picture you almost had it there.
Oh, did you see it? Did you see? Game works? Please, sir.
That was, let's say the customers are coming out. Let's say you're seeing it with the no mask. I guess you had to have not been wearing a mask now in hindsight to have done that with my game. I didn't notice in the heat of it, really, but I mean, that was gross, but at least he knows what to do to make sure. I mean, I've seen some people just be like, put it 3/4 of the way in and be like, this doesn't work. So.
I'm having buyer's remorse, and so I'm going to make this not work in front of you and then claim that it doesn't work. Bunch of...
So we really should start doing that to people. We don't embarrass people a lot of the times with returns, but a lot of the time after we leave, we test it. It works 100% fine. So that's just what people pull, and then they'll be wicked enraged about you sold me a product that doesn't work.
Oh my God, I forgot to write this down. I'm so glad you reminded. Please finish your thought, but I have something really absurdly funny. So, God bless Cam. I'm out making a case for something or doing something, and this family that had come in and chatted my ear off about things came back, and they were like, we're going to buy a GameCube, we're going to buy Mario Party. So I was like, yes, big ticket purchase. Cam has them, he's going to help him. And suddenly I realize the dude has puffed up, and he's leaning on the counter. He's sizing up Cam, and he starts asking leading questions. do I get a discount if I buy the system in that game together? Things like that. And like Cam, so I'm like, I'm gonna step behind the counter just in case Cam needs to throw too. So I walk back there. I start typing on the computer, and I'm literally just writing like peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots, like. And so then Cam goes, "Oh no, that's a really popular game, and the systems are selling this, that, and the other." Like, do I get a box with that? Do I get a box with? You're telling me I'm paying all this money, I don't get a box with that? And he's just like foaming at the mouth. His wife and his son are both like, "Go wait outside." And then like this guy does this a lot of places. God bless Cam, kept the exact same expression, just stopped talking to him. And so I said to him, I literally walked up and I was like, "Hey man, do you know how many people trade in stuff with the boxes? 0. Do you know how many boxes we would have? We we're not we don't do boxes. No. You get a 30-day in-house guarantee. We fully stand by it. Like, you're getting everything you need out of that and more. Should be a box with it." And by then his wife was like shoving him out the door.
So they make such a big deal about the box, but as soon as they get home, they're just gonna whoosh.
Yeah. Yep. And it doesn't fit together back in the box like the first time, because sometimes it's not the original controller, it's not the original AV, the original power. But dude was so bent out of shape, and the wife and the kid were so embarrassed. But proud of Cam for handling one of his first trolley customers and handling that over $200 sale like a champ.
He's coming along. People do see Cam and think they can work him with the deals a little bit. That same Gamble guy was talking when I was trying to get the game's $2.99 and he's trying to tell Cam 99 cents for it, and Cam just like no. So. Cam's a straight shooter. Don't try to talk him down on the game.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, Cam.
Killer Cam.
What's the old line for all of us? Welcome back. Get back to work.
So, I mean, May is a particularly slow month, so I feel for him a little bit. But he seems to have kept a high spirit. It's very slow here in the middle of the day when school and work is going on. So.
Oh yeah.
So he's kept his sanity. Coming in like, everything good? We're not going crazy here.
Man, remember when the mall was to 9:30?
Mm-hmm.
That was, Steve. It you would see apparitions in the hallway, and like other stores, mall employees would be running down the hallway like, "Whoa!" You would start doing the total at 9, and then like at 9:20, someone would come in and buy something. They'd buy like a $9 game with a 50, and then it's like, I gotta recount the entire drawer.
It's such a dick move when that happens. Don't you? I mean, I guess some people work all day and then they're trying to quick get in there, but
yeah,
it's like you just left a job yourself and you were probably excited to do so. How are you going to cock block me from leaving my job?
There was Wednesday, some of our regulars that see us through the store and then visit us conventions, they came in, and spoiler alert, if you're a regular at a business, they're going to be flexible with you. So we stayed open like an extra 20 minutes while they looked, because I'm like, they're regulars, they support the business, and they help out with stuff, so I'll just do the total, and if they and then they bought thing on the card. Always buy stuff on your card.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the day.
If they do that,
just reprint, throw the old one out, text Dan there's a higher number.
Say, yep. If you're coming in late, use a card and you're cool. And don't stay more than 10 minutes. Unless you're gonna buy something big. Say you're buying something big, I'll stay there. I'll stay for a half an hour.
What's the longest you've stayed open for a customer?
I'd probably say like a half an hour. Back in the day when I was doing the Sundays all by myself, it would start to just get busy at 6. And it's I'm not just gonna close the gate on people when there's but yeah, I normally would stay. I mean, we probably will do it in the holidays when it starts getting like that. We'll push it the limit a little bit. But
what about you, Steve? What's the latest you've ever stayed open for a customer, or for a recording session in your case? Because that's, what's the latest you've stayed on for work?
At Subway, 8:05. We closed at 8. 8:05. You
just gave people the business.
If someone comes in at 7:59, that's fine. If they're in the parking lot, if they're in the parking lot by 7:55, okay. If they come in after that, That's not cool. Definitely not cool. But someone comes in, gets their subs, 8:05, they leave, run right behind them, lock the door, close, call it a day.
The thing I can't stand is when you're staying open for somebody else and then that invites other people to start rolling in. They have no idea what's going on. And they're just like, well, this other guy's in here, so what, you're going to make me? I'm like, all right, I guess I'm staying open for a while then.
An hour and a half.
On a Sunday?
I closed at the aviation store on a Friday night at 10:30.
Jeez.
Because a customer called about a PSP game for their kid. And I was like, for the kids, I'll stay. So I sat there, waited and waited and waited and waited, and 45 minutes went by, and then they called. We're almost there. Can you please stay open? Fine. This isn't the right game. No, this is the game you asked about over the phone. Oh, I meant the other one. We had the other one. We did. We had both of them. But because I was literally like, I'm about to lose my potatoes about this. But seeing the joy on that kid's face when the parent turned. Also, the fact that someone came in like 10 minutes before that and bought a system, 2 controllers, and a game. I was like, ooh. Like,
Yeah, sometimes you never know. But there's someone sliding in.
love those people. Are you closed? Are you closing? Are you closing? Is this
Just got a somersault under the door.
Bye.
Don't ever try that at BJ's. They hate when you do that, by the way. Don't ever. Because they have the ga. Like, don't ever slide under there. They're like, sir, we are closed.
Good old Indiana Jones and grab a little San Fran hat.
Damn it,
This guy.
What you got is you got to throw under first, and then make sure it's like far enough away so they have to reopen it. Then you walk in.
That would be a great move.
My hat's in there. Also, I need a package of muffins. Still got some of those over there? I see you got them. I need the muffins in the hat. Don't step on the hat. Yeah, they're just...
Just looking at you slowly and turn the light on.
Muffins! That's actually the only thing I miss about not having a membership card to BJ's anymore. Being able to buy a 24-pack of just the muffins you spend $6 on at like Starbucks.
If all you gotta do is be like, yo, hey Dan, let me get a little bit of that sweet BJ's ass.
I can see exactly what that response will be. No.
Oh, he would let you.
Come on, Dan.
Johnny doesn't even ask. I think he just remembers all of his identification info.
Johnny's the person that remembers the password the first time you tell him. Like,
To be fair, Dan would get those points from Johnny's purchase, so.
I did also give the store points from the purchase from Best Buy too, because I remembered. I was like, oh, hey, it's just Dan's phone number.
I sometimes do that myself. If
741.
like, wow. I need some sort of phone number for I have this good friend Dan.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I work for?
You don't good. Here you go. Here's all of his information.
Yuck.
Say so. I mean, if you have a list, he does do a bi-weekly trip to BJ's for the snacks in the back. Just be like, Dan, here's my list of snacks. Do not disappoint me.
The problem is, I know that'll disgust Dan having to hold that enormous cardboard tray of muffins. Like, I'm not actually. I don't feel shame. I'm not gonna lie. I pride myself in walking from the back with. Like, I'm gonna eat all these by myself.
So you will have a little bit of an uphill battle because last time you bought baking goods, they wouldn't stale. It was never meant to make it that far.
I was gonna say, wasn't the baking goods a distraction for an unnecessary item? And then
Johnny threw that and then 2 other questionable things. And he told Dan he's allowed to veto one of them. What did he veto? He vetoed something we actually wanted. Damn it.
I'll never forget looking at the cookie tray, and I was like, what even is that? Who wanted that? Who is that for? I was a little bit worried. I was like, was it someone's birthday and I missed it? Like,
so the list for BJ snacks: Dave's muffins,
disgusting large tray of muffins.
large.
If they have an industrial-sized Mountain Dew Baja Blast, because that's coming back this summer.
I do like the Mountain Dew sodas in there, so.
Give me 1 sec. Let me pull up the Dew Drinkers Discord.
You guys watching and out there on Twitch, make sure you let Mike know your order.
Hey, anybody? We're taking orders now. He always plays games with the Slim Jims with me. So the skinny James.
I enjoy watching that battle. I'm not gonna lie. There's always a snack item that either Dan wants and everyone's fighting him about it, or everyone wants and Dan's like, we're not buying that. Like that's stupid.
So once he gives in, it does take the fun away for a little bit, because that was the Yoo-Hoos at first. He didn't want them in the cooler, couldn't stand the sight of them.
I think he realized the caliber of folks he has hired when you're like, oh yeah, I have a Yoo-Hoo, and I was like, Yoo-Hoos! All right!
Brandon grabs one almost every time we're here. A Yoo-Hoo and a Rice Krispie treat. Or two at Rice Krispie treats.
Those go together. It's a little baking good and milk. Well, if you can call it milk.
It's milk.
I think
It's
chocolate Wawa.
Yeah, it's just a chocolate drink.
That's exactly what that is. Chocolate flavored Wawa. They just squirted just enough powder on it to make it brown.
So now, I mean, I was crushing like 2 or 3 of them a day. Now I'm kind of slowed down with the Yoo-Hoos. It's worn off its magic on me. Andy went with the cartons now and not the cans. The can Yoo-Hoo. Top quality Yoo-Hoo.
Tastes the best.
And the bottle. I mean, the bottle's the OG, but the can wasn't bad, because it got to like ice, like nitrogen cold.
Anything in a glass bottle that's liquid is just delicious.
Anything.
Oh, wait a minute.
Too far.
I revoke that statement. Can you change the Baja Blast to Baja Flash?
Baja Flash.
It's going to be a pina colada flavored Baja
God.
Blast.
You do realize if Mike made that face, Dan is going to make twice a face about that. We're not getting that.
I do like to introduce the weird drinks into the fridge. I'm not sure if you saw that on the right fridge. You guys are always welcome to that. I got the Mountain Dew watermelons, and then I got the Pepsi mango. So I am a fan of like the new like flavor of the month things they try.
Love it. Love it.
Mountain Dew Cake Smash is a thing.
Mountain Dew what?
Cake
Mountain
Smash?
Dew with a rush of artificial cake flavor.
Oh.
Exclusively online at the Dew store.
Oh, God. Everyone who heard that just got diabetes.
It's
Everybody.
just like the marshmallow.
That's literally
Pepsi.
Cake flavored Dew.
But Steve, that's all that is, just diabetes. Like, if you ever watch someone sitting and eating cake or a baked good with a Mountain Dew, they're either a world-class athlete, in which case they can eat whatever they want, or diabetes.
Has the diabetes.
Diabetes.
No disrespect to the diabetes. But
No.
That commercial was a goddamn classic commercial.
Even Wilfred Brimley was like he understood why people were so amused by it, but then he was kind of offended. He was like diabetes is a very serious thing, and he was like, yes, Wilfred, but you said. He goes, I know, I mispronounced the word.
That was where all of it came from. It was just so, it is serious, but the sad music and the scene, the lighting.
You got to imagine the director and the boom operator when they first heard him say diabetes were like, Wilfred, could you give that another shot? All right, diabetes. Keep rolling, it's fine. Let's see how many times he'll say it.
So what do we got here? muffins, Baja Flash, and Slim Jims.
No
Anything else?
one in chat requesting anything. Fools. You know what I would really like? More Cheeto.
We have enough crunchy Cheetos.
I want more crunchy Cheeto mini bags.
Rice Krispie
Please eat
treats.
More flavors of Rice Krispies. We went down that road. We got the variety pack, and everyone left those chocolate ones at the end. No one liked the just plain chocolate.
I don't know. Recently, I've
Sad.
been feeling weird about taking anything off the snacks. I just haven't been. I hadn't been touching things for a while, and now I've gone back to and I'm like in my head. I'm like, all right, I worked for 6 hours. I can have a drink and a snack. It's fine. Like,
Well, I mean, eventually it starts to go old. I mean, someone's got to eat it.
it's true. It's true.
I mean, I'd say when Dan first brings it, there's like a little cool off period where you have to take it easy, but as weeks go on, the barriers get removed of how absurd. Go ahead and just eat 8 Cheeto bags. We need to get rid of them.
Oh God. Oh God. 8 bags of Cheetos. I probably could.
Have to be a bro, Dave.
Once I start watching sports games in the store again, that's when like I can just sit and power through something.
Yeah.
Whole bag of potato chips and a thing of bean dip on my own. Like,
So we'll have to donate a controller specifically to Bro Dave, and you just have him eating Cheetos the whole shit.
You gotta get one of the PUBG grease-proof controllers.
Oh, yeah.
oh God.
Didn't you have a little battle with that, getting your hands on those finally?
Is the PUBG controller?
Or not the grease one. You got the ones with the nice triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that one grease proof? Because in which case, Claire's about to lose a controller.
I do remember that grease one though, and it was like a limited edition, tough to get, but
we need that collectively as a streaming business, because the amount of us that like paper controller are like, yeah.
the grease. I mean, I do get some pretty sweaty hands. I have been known as a sweaty guy.
If you watch any of the old footage of all of us playing behind the counter, you'll hear about it. Mike will be passing over the controller, and all of us are like,
All right, so let's say you went fishing this weekend.
Very
jealous.
We went fishing for walleye. 6 hour trip. Didn't catch my good friend Vladdy93, subscriber here at Insane Games TV, and you could be too. But did catch 4 of the 10, and feeling pretty good about it. Then brought it home. It survived the 3-hour ride in a cooler in the back of the car, where I was like, please, so delicious. And then fried it up yesterday in the air fryer. Little panko.
Air fryer gone.
Oh yeah. Little panko, a little bit of extra seasoning, little rub.
Sounds like you treated it right. It's a strange year this year. Dave has caught more fish than me even. Well, so you got it here first.
It will never happen again.
I will let you guys know as soon as that's changed. Right now, it's still 0 for me. I went a few times.
Really?
I was
gonna say the first trip was just
I was super thirsty to get out there. And it was definitely far too early. It just snowed like a couple of days before that. But next time I go out, I have full intentions of doing some damage. And listen to this shit. Last time I went, I broke my reel. First cast, I went out there. I went to like set the hook because I'm pretty sure I had a bite, but then I ended up going into a tree and just my whole handle broke off.
Oof.
ugh.
And it was just like I could still kind of work it, and I had already put a significant amount of effort getting out there. I was like, I'm having fun. Having fun by 4.
That's how you know you're having a good time, when you have to say that out loud. When you say it between exertions, this is great.
But next time, let's say I've been a little bit of a stinky luck fest. But
stinky.
but after that, we'll be back to business.
Oh God.
Let's say we got Danny NASCAR tonight, which is, when's the new NASCAR game coming out?
I've been doing a little more research. Heat 5 was announced May 6th of last year. So anytime now we should be getting an official announcement for NASCAR NXT or whatever it's going to be called. There is a filing on the sec.gov for NASCAR NXT coming out for PlayStation, PC, Switch, and Xbox mid-2021. It is currently May 24th now, so we will see in the coming weeks.
Please make it cross-compatible.
What about the Tony Stewart game?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, what?
The more important.
Yeah, what's the Terminator getting a game for now?
This is his third game.
Please tell me it's a Simpsons Hit and Run remake. Please. Please, 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 please.
No, it's based on the SRX series that he's created with a bunch of different old drivers like...
Oh, like the Legends.
You got...
That could be good.
Is Mark Martin in that game?
No.
Boo.
I'm out.
You got Tony Stewart, Willie T. Ribbs, Paul Tracy, Elio Castroneves, Bobby Labonte, Bill Elliott, Marco Andretti,
Oh, Bobby.
Michael Waltrip,
Oh, God.
and a few like ringers. Basically, it's going to be a 6-race series at Stafford, Knoxville, Eldora, Lucas Oil, Slinger, and Nashville Fairgrounds. And
That's just... This is what happens when you make it in life. Tony Stewart literally just goes to his friends and are like, hey, want to do a circuit? Like, we'll just get the tracks with other stuff. Tony, how are we going to do that? I'm rich. Do you want to do it or not?
I own one of the racetracks in the series.
Oh, God, that's epic. When does that game come out?
May 28th.
Oh,
It
right around the corner.
has the SRX series, dirt late models, wingless sprint cars, stadium trucks, 49 tracks, in-depth career mode.
Is it cross-compatible?
I don't believe so.
Boo.
However, it does have all new physics.
Very cool. So Tony Stewart's game and the NASCAR game. Definitely get those ones that coming out.
And it's going to only be $40.
So you'll see Danny NASCAR hitting the track with that. Before we close out here, we got a couple of customers banging at the gate. I want to congratulate Dave for hitting 1,900 on St. Jude's.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You want to talk about it or anything? That's an awesome number.
Just really thankful that every year that I've been doing St. Jude's Play Live, from starting off as doing one guest stream with Boater on a larger team that featured a bigger streamer and these things, and then Boater and I breaking off and all these things, I've been able to... We did a good fundraiser. The team did really well. So I couldn't...
You guys did.
But I'm really...
Kicked ass this year.
We still have one more week. I extended the goal. If we hit 2,000, I'm going to be doing playing Beat Saber and to the entirety of Shrek. Like the entire movie, I'm going to be standing there playing. It's going to be on no fail mode, but it's going to be on a higher difficulty so that I actually have to like.
Awesome.
But we are going to be. I'm going to be scheduling a couple a couple special streams, things like that. A stand-up show. A stream where I'm going to be reading the script from the Bee movie. Be reading it as Jerry Seinfeld. No, it's a great movie. But thank you to everyone for participating, sharing, liking, talking about it, being a part of the streams. To the Insane Games TV crew for allowing me to continue to do it on Insane Games TV on my stream. And to everybody, the moniker that's kind of started to happen now is it's for the kids,
For the
Children.
Well, that's awesome, Dave. So you have made us all very proud.
Thank you.
But so we got Danny NASCAR later today. I think
No
and
Look
then
podcast
Look,
next.
Yep. No Look before Danny NASCAR, and then Monday Night Gaming after Danny NASCAR. Full Monday as always. I always get caught off guard by how packed the Monday is. So.
It's become more packed than Wednesdays.
Steve flexing on Wednesdays. Don't know about that.
I'm saying,
Don't know about that.
There's more different shows on Monday.
You got
than there are on
you got
Wednesday.
Wetro Wednesday. You got the Dream Team. You got OC5X and Weekend Wednesday. I don't know.
It's more packed variety-wise.
Fair.
We have compromised. All right, I think that is it for the week. Yep, definitely tune in to everything and have yourselves a wonderful evening.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Let me see. You broke my nose. I'll fix it. Nah, looks better the other way.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Let me see. You broke my nose. I'll fix it. Nah, looks better the other way.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Let me see. You broke my nose. I'll fix it. Nah, looks better the other way.